Hello, everybody. It's Joe with Papa Jobo. Welcome to All Nerddom on Earth. Today, we're going to be talking about David Allen Grier, a comic that I used to love growing up, just like I used to love this guy named Jim Carrey. Yeah, they were both pretty good comedians. The problem we have with them now is that they've become social activists. Sorry, communist activists. Let's be very clear about that. Because the BLM is nothing more than a communist. The BLM is nothing more than a communist outfit. Just go read their bylaws. It reads just like it. It's also a bit of a hustler outfit. If you look at all the people buying multiple homes, I don't know about that. Anyway, let's get into this article I've pulled up. In Living Color, actor David Allen Grier ponders how white people will blame black people for Russian invasion of Ukraine. Actor David Allen Grier recently shared his opinion about Russia's invasion of Ukraine by wondering how white people will blame black people for the invasion. That's right, David. If it's not all about you, then it's about nobody, right? No, this is about the people being brutalized by a horrible regime, a communist regime. Make no mistakes about it. Probably more fascistic now, but still about the same. He goes on to say, sitting here waiting to see how white people are going to blame this whole Russian invasion on the Ukraine of black people. By the way, I am reading this at Bounding Into Comics, one of the best sites on the internet. Oh, David Allen Grier, what have you done? When one user responded, what a crap post, Grier responded, thank you. He accompanied it with a gif of Wayne Brady taking a bow because that's original. That's original, David. Listen, man. What you did on Living Color was fantastic, but you're just absolutely destroying your legacy. I mean, it's done at this point. He continues, or the article continues, making things about race is not out of the ordinary for Grier. In May 2021, he responded to a thread showcasing a number of chickens being cooked over a charcoal, writing, marinated in salty white tears with a dash of privilege and guilt. What happened to you, dude? Back in June 2020, he responded to a thread by novelist Terry McGillim, questioning why her name did not show up in a Google search for famous American female novelists. Of course, at this point, Grier, who, I'll be honest with you, I didn't know this about him until maybe about a year ago, that he was this much of an activist, this much of a communist. And it just blows my mind how, the communist propaganda machine, Yuri Bezmenov, defected to Canada. And then opened up about the propaganda machine. You should look it up, Yuri Bezmenov, if you haven't seen it. Most people within this realm of the internet have seen it. And what I mean by that is most people who've been red-pilled, most people understand what's happening with cultural Marxism in our society. Anyway, let's get back to Red Grier. Grier eventually applied that her name not showing up was erasure, assuming that all other novelists in question that did appear in the search were white names. However, McGillim, that's the funny part, would inform him that his assumption was wrong, writing, no, but my work has been popular since 1994, I think. This is insane to me. Look, when you look at what's happening with our culture, when you look at what's happening with people who used to actually stand for something, and I think at some point these people did, they've been brainwashed. They've been brainwashed by the cult of cultural Marxism, which is communism. That's all it is. If you look into the Communist Manifesto, if you actually read it, and I would highly, highly advise doing that so that you know what's going on, you can understand and go down the checklist one by one by one. This is what's happening in our country. This is why it's happening. And this is why useful idiots are being used to propagate bullcrap like this. And if nothing else, this just turns out to be really, really sad to me. I mean, you had people that, when they did their comedy, it was no holds barred. If you go watch In Living Color, it's the most politically incorrect show of its time. Most people would argue. I would argue that it was fantastic. They didn't hold back. You had Jim Carrey dressing up as, a woman in a bikini. I forgot her name, but she was hilarious. You had David Allen Grier going off on some really great sketches. In the end, it's sad that they have bought into this propaganda and they don't even know the roots of it. They haven't looked into it. Or if they have, then they're complicit in it. And that's even scarier. David, come on, man. We expect a little bit better of you. David, you need to do better. I'm Papa Jobo. Thanks for watching. This is All Nerddom on Earth. Peace.